All right, first thing we're going to do with this question, as always, read that question sentence. Now, it's not always going to tell you what math you're supposed to do, but it will give you the final, the final stoppage point. So that's just as important. What is the final price? That's what we want. Okay, so when we take a look, we see that we're talking about this backpack and its cost. We see that it's 24% off, and we can count that as a discount. And then it says a 6% sales tax is also applied. So when you think about that, what we're seeing is a problem that gives you an item, in this case a backpack. We're applying a discount and we're applying a tax to the same item. All right, so this might be one of your first questions where you are performing a discount and a tax at the same time, but this is exactly how you're going to do it. This is how. And we're going to go ahead and base this off of the way we naturally do things. It's not the only way you can do it, so I'll just shout out every mathematics nerd out there. Not the only way you can do it, but here's the easiest way you can think about it. We are going to be applying the 6% sales tax to the discounted price. So here's what I am going to do. I am going to find the discounted price first, not the amount of the discount, but the discounted price. So after we get the discount, what do I pay? I'm going to figure that out first, then I'll apply the tax. That's how I'm going to handle this. Let me show you what that's going to look like. We can choose to begin by doing 24% multiplied by the 250, or because we would have to subtract after because this would only give us the discount. But we could go the other way. We could go ahead and perform 76% of 250, and that is going to give us the discounted price. So price after discount. Now, the reason, my friends, the reason that I went ahead and used 76% is because when you have a discount of 24%, we can actually find the percentage that represents the final cost after the discount. If we think about it, we have 100% that represents the original amount, right? 100% represents the whole thing. Well, when you take away the discount, because a discount you take it off, minus 24%, we end up getting 76. So again, this is the original amount. This is our discount. So this is the final of what we pay. So boom, 76%. So that's where I got that from. One of the biggest mistakes that people make is thinking that, oh, I'll just add the 6% to the 76. I'll just add that on top. No, that is the worst thing you can do and the easiest way to get the answer wrong, okay? That is the easiest way to get the answer wrong. Just kind of pointing that out. All right, so what you want to do really is apply the sales tax to the discounted price. If you went ahead and just added 6% to the 76, you're talking about the original, because 76%, we're talking about the original here. So we need to find the actual true price after the discount, then apply the 6% to it. That's the biggest key. So let's go ahead, let's get to work, let's calculate, and let's see what that final answer is going to get us. So 250, right over here on the side, multiplied by 76%. 6 times 0, 5 times 6 is 30. 2 multiplied by 6 is 12. Carry the 3 is 15. Bring that next 0 down, because we're going to go ahead and start right here. 0 times 7, 5 times 7, 2 times 7 plus 3. Add this all up. 0, 0, 10, 9, and 1. We bring 2 decimal places back right there. And so the price after the discount is going to be $190. From here, everyone, from here, this is where we are applying that 6% tax. 6% tax multiplied by the 190, and to get the final price, we'll add the tax back to that 190. If you wanted to get the final answer right away, you could do 1.06, so 100% plus 6% to multiply by that 190. That'll get you the final answer right away. But let's go ahead and go about it the easy way. No worries. We'll go about it the easy way, even though it's a little longer. 190 multiplied by 0.06. 0 times 6. 9 times 6 is 54. 1 times 6 is 6. Carry this 5 is 11. And then we bring those two decimal places back, and that's $11.40. That is our tax. So now that we have the amount of the tax and we have that original 190, we add those together and we are finally done with the problem. We go ahead and do 190. We'll add the 1140. And then we get $201.40. The biggest key to this problem, everybody, the biggest key to this is making sure that you apply the tax to the final amount, not the original. If we have a tax and discount at the same time, find the discounted price first before you apply the tax. That's how we want to think about that. All right, everyone? So take that all in. We went ahead and took a couple shortcuts here, doing 76% to get the price after the discount immediately. We could have immediately done 24%. And then when we subtracted from 250, we would still end up getting 190. All right, we still would have ended up getting 190. And then from there, we tax the 190 to get the final amount.